You feel it right now. That silence in a room full of people who cannot reach you. They told you the ache means something is wrong with you. They were lying to you. Every crowded party you left early, every friendship that felt like performance, you remember. You have wondered if you are broken, if solitude is a punishment you somehow earned. But what if the loneliness you fear is the exact price of everything you are becoming? What if the strongest men in history did not endure solitude? They chose it deliberately. There is a philosopher who wrote the truth they buried. It will disturb you. He proved that your hunger for constant company is not warmth. It is weakness leaking out, and that the men who mastered themselves learned to sit alone without flinching. For the next 20 minutes, do not look away. What you learn cannot be unlearned. You will start to see why every powerful figure you admire spent so much time alone. You will understand the crowd was never your home. It was your cage, and you will feel something shift. The shame you carried about being alone will crack, but be warned. Once you see this, you cannot return to who you were. The people around you may not like the man you are about to become. Good. Their comfort was costing you your entire life, every single day. So sit with me in this dark room. Let me show you what they hid, because the loneliness you were taught to fear is about to become your greatest weapon. This is not comfort. This is truth. And truth is heavier than any lie. Take a breath. We begin where all real strength begins. In the silence. First, let me say what no one has said to you. Your pain is real. The nights you felt invisible were not imagined. That emptiness had real weight. You reached out and were met with silence. You gave and received nothing back. So you blamed yourself. You decided you were the problem. Everyone told you to. Fix yourself, they said. Be more social, smile more, need people more. So you tried, and it drained you, because you were solving the wrong problem entirely. Here is the truth they could not afford to tell you. It was never you. The problem was that you were built for depth in a world addicted to shallow. You crave meaning, they crave noise. You crave truth, they crave distraction. So of course their company felt empty. You were drinking sand and calling it water. The crowd was never withholding love from you. It simply had none to give. You kept starving at a table that served nothing, and you blamed your own hunger. Now understand this. Most people cannot bear to be alone with themselves. Silence terrifies them, because in silence they would have to meet who they truly are. So they flee into noise, into crowds, into anything that drowns the inner voice. But you were forged differently. You can sit in the silence and survive it. That is not a defect. That is a rare and dangerous kind of power. The world taught you to hide it, to apologize for it, to dilute yourself. They wanted you small, because a man comfortable alone cannot be controlled. A man who does not need the crowd cannot be threatened with losing it. That is why they shamed your solitude, not to help you, to keep you dependent. Every hour you spent chasing their approval was an hour stolen from your own becoming. You have been running the wrong race, exhausted, wondering why you never arrive. But the moment you stop running toward them, something extraordinary happens. You turn inward, and you discover the one person who was always enough, yourself. This is the door the crowd never wanted you to open. Now you are standing before it. Everything you were told about loneliness was a story written by people afraid of it. It is time to burn that story and write one they never dared to imagine. But to do that you need a guide, one who saw all of this 2 centuries ago. A man the world called bitter, because he refused to lie about what he saw. His name was Arthur Schopenhauer, and Europe was not ready for his honesty. Born into wealth, he could have chosen comfort. Instead, he chose brutal, unwelcome truth. He watched people flee themselves into crowds, and he refused to join the flight. They mocked him. They ignored his work for decades. He did not bend for them, because he had discovered something about solitude that made their opinions worthless to him. He understood that a great mind is not lonely. It is simply too full to need noise. He wrote of the porcupines, huddling for warmth, wounding each other with their spines. Too close, and they hurt. Too far, and they freeze. Human company is exactly this. And the man with his own inner heat, Schopenhauer said, needs the huddle least of all. Here is what he wrote. Read it slowly. Let it rearrange something inside you. He said, a man can be himself only so long as he is alone. If he does not love solitude, he will not love freedom. Read that again. Only in solitude can you be fully yourself. Everywhere else you perform. He tied solitude to freedom itself. To love one is to love the other, and the reverse is the trap. To fear being alone is to hand away your freedom. Schopenhauer lived this. He worked, thought, and walked alone for decades, and he thrived. While his critics faded into forgotten noise, his solitary thoughts outlived them all. He is your guide now, whispering across 200 years directly to you, and everything he learned, he distilled into lessons that can rebuild you. What follows is not comfort, it is a forging, and forging requires fire and pressure. So steady yourself. The first lesson is about to break an illusion you still hold. Lesson 1. The belonging you chased was never real. It was a performance you paid for. You know the scene, a room full of people, laughter everywhere, and you feeling nothing. You smiled on cue, you said the right words, and you drove home feeling emptier than before. Here is why. Most social bonds are built on usefulness, not truth, on convenience, not soul. People gather around what serves them. When you stop being useful, the warmth vanishes instantly. You felt this in your bones long before you had words for it. That is why it ached. The psychology is simple. You mistook proximity for connection, presence for love. Being surrounded is not the same as being known. You can drown in a crowd. Here is what you do today. Make a list of every relationship that only flows one way. Do not cut them yet. Just see them clearly. Clarity alone will change how you feel. The moment you see the performance, you stop being trapped inside it. Sight is the first freedom. Comment drop. Type the word seen if you have felt alone in a crowded room. Thousands of others feel exactly what you feel. You were never as alone as you believed, but their comfort will not save you. Only your own clarity will. So keep watching, because belonging to the wrong people is lonelier than any solitude you will ever face. Lesson 2. The man who can enjoy his own company owns something no one can take. You have felt the dread of an empty evening. No plans, no messages, just you and silence. That dread told you that being alone equals being worthless. It was a lie you inherited. Schopenhauer flipped it. The empty evening is not a void. It is a canvas only you command. The reason solitude feels like punishment is that you never learned to inhabit yourself. You were raised to look outward for worth, so the inward space feels foreign and frightening. But that inner space is where all real power is built, in silence, in solitude, in focus. Here is your task today. Spend 1 hour alone with no screen, no noise, no escape. It will feel unbearable at first. Sit through it. On the other side is something rare. The moment the discomfort breaks, you meet a calm you thought only others could give you. This knowledge is for protection, not destruction. You build the fortress to guard your peace. Comment drop. Type alone, not lonely, if you are learning the difference right now. Loneliness is the pain of missing others. Solitude is the power of having yourself. One is imposed on you, the other you choose, and choosing it changes everything about you. When you own your solitude, no one can wield your loneliness against you, ever again. Lesson 3. Every crowd charges a tax, and the currency it demands is your true self. You have shrunk your opinions to fit a table, softened your truth so no one felt uneasy. You laughed at things you found empty, agreed with things you knew were false, to belong. The psychology is ancient. The herd rewards sameness and punishes the one who stands apart. So you learnt to hide your edges, and with every hidden edge, you became less yourself. Schopenhauer saw the bargain clearly. To be liked by many, you must betray yourself often. But the rare man decides his own company is worth more than universal approval. Here is what you do today. In one conversation, say the honest thing you would normally hide. Watch who flinches. Watch who respects it. You will learn exactly who your real people are. The ones who leave were never yours. The ones who stay just became priceless. Comment drop. Type price too high if you have paid for belonging with your own soul. You are not antisocial. You are simply done overpaying for company that starves you. The tax of the crowd is invisible until you tally what it quietly took from you. When you stop paying, you keep your whole self. And a whole self is a powerful thing. But wholeness has a shadow. The stronger you grow alone, the more the weak will resent you. And that resentment is the next thing Schopenhauer teaches you to withstand without flinching. Because the moment you need no one, some people will try to make you pay for it. Let them try. A fortified man does not negotiate with those who never wished him well. You are building walls now, not to trap yourself in, but to keep the draining out. And behind those walls, the next lesson waits, the one about the loneliness of leadership, because everything you are becoming will set you apart, and apart is where leaders live. Do not fear that height. The men who changed the world all stood upon it alone. The view from the crowd is comfortable. The view from the summit is true. Choose the truth. You have been climbing this whole time without knowing it. Now you will climb on purpose. And the higher you go, the fewer will walk beside you. That is not loss. That is arrival. So let the numbers around you shrink. What remains will be real, chosen, and yours. This is the great inversion. Fewer people, more life. Less noise, more truth. Choose it daily. You are unlearning a lifetime of counting the wrong things. Now you count what matters. And once you count correctly, you will never again beg for a seat at an empty table. Steady yourself. The fourth lesson cuts deeper. It is about the ones you thought loved you. Lesson 4. Much of what you called love was need wearing love's face. You remember someone who adored you until you stopped meeting their every demand. The affection vanished the moment you set a boundary. That was never love. It was leverage. The psychology is uncomfortable. Many people love the function you serve, not the soul you are. They love the comfort you provide, the security, the reflection of themselves you flatter. Schopenhauer understood that true regard is rare because true regard asks for nothing back. Most attachments are transactions dressed in tender words. Learn to see the ledger beneath. Here is your task today. Recall one bond and ask honestly, do they love me or my use? Do not grow bitter at the answer. Grow precise. Precision is how you protect your heart. The rare ones who love the soul beneath the function. Keep them close. Guard them with your life. Comment drop. Type soul, not function, if someone only loved what you did, not who you were. This truth stings because you gave your whole heart to some who only wanted your hands. But knowing this frees you. You stop pouring your soul into vessels that cannot hold it. And in that restraint, you finally have enough of yourself left to build a real life. Solitude taught you the difference between being wanted and being truly valued. Never forget it. Lesson 5. Everything great you will ever create will be born in solitude. Think of every skill you wish you had. It was never built in a crowd of distraction. The mastery you envy in others was forged in hours they spent completely alone. The psychology is unforgiving. Depth requires attention, and attention dies in constant company. Every notification, every gathering, every idle chat is a small tax on your genius. The world will call your withdrawal selfish. Schopenhauer called it the price of any real achievement. Solitude is not the absence of life. It is the workshop where the best life is built. Here is your task today. Take one goal you have neglected and give it one silent, undistracted hour. Guard that hour like treasure. It is the seed of everything you are meant to build. Comment drop. Type forged alone if your best work was created in solitude no one saw. The crowd will applaud the result, but they were never there for the lonely making of it. That is fine. You do not build for their eyes. You build because building is who you are. And a man who builds in silence answers to no crowd for his worth. He knows it himself. This is the secret engine of every powerful man. Not charm in crowds, mastery in solitude. Feed that engine and watch how the world slowly bends toward the man you become. Lesson 6. The final freedom is needing no one's permission to be at peace with yourself. You have spent your life awaiting approval. A nod, a like, a word that says you are enough. And every time you got it, the relief lasted minutes before the hunger returned again. The psychology is a trap. Approval from outside can never fill a self you have not built inside. Schopenhauer's cure was radical. Build your worth within, where no crowd can grant or revoke it. When your worth is internal, criticism loses its teeth and flattery loses its power over you. You become the one thing the manipulative fear most, a man who cannot be bought with belonging. Here is your task today. Do one meaningful thing without telling anyone. Let it be yours alone. No audience, no applause, just the private proof that you do not need to be seen to be real. Comment drop. Type sovereign if you are done asking permission to be at peace with who you are. This is where Schopenhauer's path leads, not to bitter isolation, but to unshakable inner rule. You can still love, still connect, but now from fullness, never again from desperate lack. The man who is complete alone gives the purest love, because he needs nothing in return. This is the paradox they hid from you. Solitude does not end connection. It purifies it. You do not withdraw to escape people. You withdraw to return to them as a whole man. That is the man Schopenhauer described. Rich within, free without, chained to no one's approval. You are closer to him now than you were 20 minutes ago. Feel how much has shifted. The shame is quieter. The fear is smaller. Something steady has taken their place inside you. Hold on to that steadiness, because we are about to bring everything to a single burning point. Everything you have learned tonight is about to become one unshakable truth. Brace yourself. You walked in here believing solitude was your wound. You will walk out knowing it is your weapon. You came in counting who was missing. You leave counting what you have finally become. The lessons are complete. 6 truths. hard as iron, now living inside you where no one can steal them. But knowledge without conviction fades by morning, so now we forge it into something permanent. Everything tightens now, the room narrows, the truth sharpens to a single unbearable point. Stay with me. What comes next is the moment this all becomes irreversibly yours. Take one last steady breath. The climb is over. Now comes the summit. Now comes the fire. Everything before was preparation. What follows is transformation. Do not blink now. The man who entered this room is already gone. Meet the one who is about to leave it. Rise now. The climax of everything you have learned begins with your next heartbeat. So hear the truth now, without softening. Your solitude was never your weakness, it was your throne. You will stand alone. You will need no one. You will bow to nothing that does not honor you. Let the crowd scatter. Let the false ones flee. Their absence is the sound of your freedom. This is the man Schopenhauer saw 2 centuries ago, and tonight that man is you. You are alone. You are unbroken. You are free, and nothing will ever cage you again. No one can hand you this strength. But some voices remind you of it when you forget. If this was one of those voices, you already know what to do. This is your decision, not my request. Subscribe only if you intend to become this man. Not for me, for the self you are building. Return here when the crowd tempts you back into smallness. These truths will be waiting for you. Now answer this in the comments and let it haunt you. If solitude made you this powerful, what were you so afraid of losing in the crowd?